Morning to everybody, and welcome once again to my live broadcast. So, guys, good day to everybody, man. Well, what's the time now? 20 minutes after 11, that is 40 minutes to 12 noon. Guys, you're welcome. I want to give a special shout out to all my new followers. I'm getting followers every minute. Every second I'm getting followers. So, I want to say welcome to my page. You are going to enjoy this page, okay? I love my followers. I value them so much because you guys give me the inspiration, the encouragement to keep pushing. You see, each time I wake up, I see a lot of followers following my page. From yesterday till now, I've gotten almost 200 followers. From yesterday. Yesterday, I announced that I got 21 followers. Now, I've gotten extra, close to 200 followers. That's great. Majestically Mane, good morning to you. So that means I'm doing I'm doing something great. Guys, this morning is going to be real life stories. That means I'm doing good. As people are following my page, it means I'm doing good. Yeah. And now I need to be very careful because I don't know who is following me. Maybe the president is following my page with a fake account. I don't know. But I've got to be real. I still have to be myself. You got it. I've still got to be myself. So this morning, yes, maybe I'm not scared. I don't do eye service. You know what I mean? I'm not into eye service. So many fake, I'm getting followers every day, but there are some people without profile picture, without names that are following my page. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. So but I got to keep hammering on the truth, speaking the truth. That is what this page is for. So guys, bring in more people and hear this real life story. As you join me, don't forget to share. I promise to tell this story today in the evening, but I'm in the mood to tell this story now. This story is for women. Women are supposed to gather here and learn from this story. My TikTok, I want my TikTok to grow. Man, if you have not subscribed to my TikTok page, please go subscribe to my TikTok page. Since 2 days, I've not gotten one follower on TikTok. I don't know why. TikTok is supposed to be growing, but it's not growing. So guys, this is real life story. What I'm not going to do is, I'm not going to call names. I don't call towns. I don't call anything. I'm not even going to call countries. Yes, because I don't know who follows me. But I'm telling this story for everyone to learn from. You got it? This story is for you to learn from. So that's why I said I'm not going to call, I never call names. You know why you don't call names when you tell stories? So that if the person comes after you, that person will meet Waterloo. That person will fail. Don't call name, but you can tell stories. Even I tell my stories for people to learn too. So this story, man, I want more people to join us. Let me drop this story quick. But before I go on, all what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to tell real life stories. Okay. You've got to be careful who you associate yourself with. Did you hear me? You've got to be careful who you call a friend. Are you listening to me? Very well. Let me tell you this story now. I've got many stories to tell this morning. I call it breakfast show. Back in the 90s, we were very young, went to club together, dressed very well, we wore designers wear, had clean haircuts, went to gym to work out. There were guys, I'm talking about men and women, young men and women then. But if you look at them, that time we copied the US. That was the time of Mary J. Blige, MC Lyte, Tupac Shakur, Christopher Wallace, Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and the rest of them. Destiny Child. So all the girls you see in town then, dressed, they were our role models back then. In Vienna here, what was reigning back then was you've got to put on designers wear and you can't step outside your house, outside your home without dressing properly. You need to, look presentable. You know what I mean? You've got to look presentable. There were guys I saw and I made them friends. See, don't you, take people because of how they look. Don't befriend people because of how they look, their physical presentation, or how they dress. Some people you see that dresses very well are actually empty. I'm telling you. Some people you see that look so handsome and beautiful have nothing in their brain. They have nothing in their brain. So there were guys then and even ladies. I told you, there are some ladies, if you see them, you'll be scared to talk to them because the kind of shoe they will put on, the kind of shoe they put on, the kind of, mini skirts, designers mini skirts. See, let me tell you, some ladies you hold in high esteem. I'm talking about ladies now. You hold them in high esteem because you've not gotten close to them. Some ladies you hold in high esteem is because of their physical outlook, their appearance. These ladies look expensive and gorgeous because there is somebody, a man that is sponsoring them. A man with money that sponsored them. So these ladies you see that put on expensive clothes look larger than life. A lot of them are not intelligent. There are men. Whenever they want to have women, they spend money. Some will even buy you clothes, dress you how you want, even purchase car for you. So now, somebody who is not smart will look at that lady, say, man, because the lady is expensively dressed, and begin to respect that lady until you get close to that lady. That is when you will discover that this lady she has nothing to offer. She has no content. This is why, listen now, can you please click closer? This is why, whenever the man that sponsors that lady abandons her, you see her, she becomes broke. Yes. Whenever the man that sponsors that lady you hold in high esteem divorces the lady or quits the relationship, you see that the lady cannot even survive on her own. So let me go back to my story. Back in the 90s, there were guys from different African, even Americans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, few South Africans, from Gambia, Senegal, and the rest, Cameroon. We knew ourselves then. So there were guys, whenever you see them on designers' wares. As a young boy, I admired a lot of them, made a lot of them friends. I made a lot of them friends. And they kind of influenced me. Many of them, kind of influenced me. I started putting on designers' wares. But I was a businessman. I had shops. That was later. But because of where I come from, the kind of family, the kind of tribe I come from, we are business people. See, be careful who you associate yourself with. I'm telling you. People, they say birds of the same feathers flock together. When you come from a tribe that hustles, for instance, or a business family, and you come, man, there are so many mistakes a lot of us made. All whites are not whites. All blacks are not black. T, you see snake. Snake has species. They have different kinds. You see the black mamba. You see the cobra. You see the rattlesnake. You see different kinds of snakes. That is how it is in human nature, in human beings. We are not the same. Even when you look at our families, you look at our tribes, there are tribes that are not intelligent. There are tribes that are not hustlers. Don't get me wrong, we are human beings, but we are not the same when it comes to intelligence, quota, and physical strength, physical power. We are not the same. I see you. We are not the same. If you see, even in families, the same parents, you discover that you don't have the same physical strength or physical outlook. So, the mistake a lot of people make or do make is when you travel outside your region, you see, like when I came here, I saw people from different countries, African countries, Caribbeans, and I embrace them as black people, which is normal to do. Now, a lot of these people have nothing to offer to me. Many of them, they had nothing to offer to me. I'm telling you. See, whenever you want to, go in relationship with anybody or befriend, whether male or female, man or woman, befriend somebody who is more better than you. Befriend somebody who is more intelligent than you. When you interact, outward impression is deceptive. The way people look will deceive you. So, I met people from different tribes, different countries. Men, some of them, from 1990, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97 till now, what these guys are doing, what they are doing is, that clothes, designer clothes they have been wearing is what they are still putting on. They have, many of them, I don't want to call country. Why I don't want to call country is because There are people from different countries are following this page. People from different tribes are following this page. I'm just making this video for you to learn. Could you believe that over 30 years, some people have refused to move forward? I saw some of the old schools back then. This man is still putting on designers' wears that he put in the 90s. No wife, no child, no nationality. You know what I mean by nationality? No European citizenship. And the guy is comfortable. The day I saw the guy, I saw him, a man that is over 50 years, in the midst of young girls. Oluwasegun, I see you. I saw somebody that has been here for over 33 years. No passport, no wife, and no child. My children are grown. If this guy should see my boys now, he will be doing bro with them. Because my boys are grown with beards. Men. And this guy is still trapped in his old self. He is still trapped in the 90s. This is why I'm telling you, be careful who you call a friend, who you associate yourself with. There are people you don't know the cause that is hovering over their lives. There are people you don't know how they see life. Some of them have no ambition or they are not smart. Let's keep going forward. When I saw the guy, I've seen this guy and some of them many times. Asked, boy, do you have a family? He said no, he has no family. Do you have children? No. Why? He will tell you he's not in a hurry. Getting to 60 years, you say you are not in a hurry. You are getting to 60 years and you say you are not in a hurry. Imagine some people who look up to this guy as a role model. See, yes, a lot of people have been misled by their friends. Imagine people who say, nah, look, I like this guy. I like the way he dresses, the way he speaks. He will rap Dutch for you. If it comes to English, he will speak English for you. Speak Dutch deep, but he has no content. He is still rolling around with girls that he's old enough to be their father in the name of enjoying life. You will still talking like those days in secondary school. Press his clothes, but he is empty. Don't tell me that he's living his life. He is not living his life. He's living an empty life. Let me go further. This is why you don't have to, I mean, everyone shouldn't be your role model. At times, you be your own role model. There were so many of them then. Man, if you see them, you will think that they are presidents' sons. The way they dress, designers wears. Wristwatch, shoes, everything designers wears. These guys, at the end of the day, to be honest, a lot of them, 34 years counting, they have no documents, they have no wife, they have no child, they have nothing in Africa. 34 years counting, nothing. Talking about people that came here in 1990, 1991. Some of them, you don't know their whereabouts. When you ask after them, they say, man, the guys, they're hiding. So that boils down to, who do you associate yourself with? Whether you as a woman, you're going into a relationship with a man. I'm about now to tell you my story. You as a man, a woman, who do you befriend? Who do you call a lover, a wife, or a husband? Listen, way back around 1998, there was one beautiful lady. I don't call tribe. Way back in 1998, there was one beautiful lady. This lady fell in love with another. This is an African lady. This lady fell in love with an African man. You see, I spoke about these things yesterday. You travel abroad and you meet somebody on the way and you marry. Because that person is from your tribe or from your country, or you like the person. You see, I tell you, black is not black. Africa is not Africa. Europe is not Europe. There are differences. You see, we were taught about carnivorous animals back then. Like you see cats, you know cats. You see tiger, you see jaguar, you see lion, you see jeopard. All these things are carnivorous animals, but they are not the same brand. Tiger is different from lion. Lion is different from jaguar. Jaguar is different from leopard. So some people, only those that have eyes can differentiate. Some women came here and saw, man, I'm in love with this man. I love this man. Or you love this woman. Now, this beautiful lady, listen attentively. This beautiful lady came here, saw a man from her own country. You know, women, in the first place, I don't understand why women should leave their home countries and come out to chase after money alone. But that is a story for another day. You may say women have opened eyes, but then let me keep telling you this story. This woman came here. I don't know how she came here, but a lot of them came here through one way or the other. Now she came here and fell in love with a man. Listen, as at that time, this woman was still very young and beautiful. The man the woman fell in love with has children in Africa. Grown children in Africa. Listen attentively. The man is here sponsoring his children in Africa and his wife in Africa. The woman fell in love with a man who came to hustle to take care of the children in Africa. Listen attentively. Because the other day, I spoke about foolish women. Not all, I'm not insulting women, but there are foolish women who used their own hands to do themselves, to destroy themselves. This woman knew that the man has about 5 children in Africa. The man has finished having his own children in Africa. And the children, some of them, as at that time, were in universities, some in secondary school, grown men and women. This woman fell in love. They were living together. This woman sponsored everything. Listen, she was the one going to work. How daft can a person be? She was the one going to work, paying the rent, paying all the bills. And the man was sending the money he has back home, taking care of the children and the wife at home. Now that reminds me, before I go further, don't forget to follow this page. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, and I am on Facebook. Now, there are so many women I spoke about who sponsors men. in the name of you are in love, we are going to address that issue. Some women that men useless their lives, we are going to address. I'm going to touch it maybe. So this woman worked, you know what it means to work hard sponsoring a man. The man said he does not want a child. The man said he doesn't want a child. The woman agreed. She was foolishly in love. You have no child of your own. You've never been married. A man saw you, or I spoke to you, you fell in love. You fell to think about you, your life, your future. You fell blindly in love. Say wetin happen. Now so this in bola dey sweet you. So now so bola dey sweet some women wey be say they go lose their senses. So years went by. Listen now. I want to tell you. Learn to confront your situations. When you discover, when you look at, don't put yourself in a situation where you will not find exit, a way to escape. Did you hear me? Don't put yourself in a situation where you will not find a way to escape. Learn it, hear it from me. So this woman was sponsoring this guy, paying the rent, buying food. The money this guy was getting, he was using his own money that he was working to sponsor the children back in Africa. Train them in school. The one the woman was making here, he was using it to sponsor a man. Years went by. This woman was not worried, man. She did not think she was getting old. How about her future? She did not think along this line. She was just enjoying man. Living for today without living for tomorrow. Let me tell you, anybody that is alive who don't think about death is not intelligent. Anybody who don't think about what if, like, what if unforeseen circumstances occurs? What if my business fails? What if my marriage crashes? What if my parents dies? What if my house catch fire? You need to think ahead of time. That is what makes you intelligent. This woman, there is a reason why you have brain. Brain is there for you to think. This woman was comfortable, in her situation. Living for today without thinking about the future. So what happened? Years went by. The man said he does not want any child. Why did the man say he does not want any child? Because he does not want to pay alimony. Second, he has already gotten his own children. He has about 5 children in Africa, grown men and women. So he has nothing to lose if he does not make babies anymore. Already he has answered his name. So, at least a wise woman will say, man, you have your own children. I'm supposed to have mine. Those children are not mine. You have your own children. How about my own? I'm supposed to have my own children that will stand for me. This is where culture comes in, or tradition. Western lifestyle. Some women that usually say, man, we are civilized people, you are living in the Western world. You see, you are an African man or an African woman. You're not an European. No, however you want to say it. So what happened? This woman continued. She was in relationship with the guy for over 20-something years. No child. No gemeinsam, that is combined future plans. Like both of them having something in common, like investing together, planning for. See, if you are in a relationship where the man or the woman is not planning the future with you, think it very well. If you are in a relationship where the man is not carrying you along or the woman is not carrying you along, think it very well. That person has ulterior motive. If you're in a relationship where the man or the woman is not carrying you along, think it. Start making plan B. So, all throughout their relationship, there wasn't anything like building house together, buying land together, owning business together, doing things together. Their relationship was, keeping themselves company and enjoying, you know what I mean. Years went by. This woman wasn't worried. She grew old. So, did you know what's happened? Eventually, when the man found his, how do I say it now? When the man was able to stand on his own, this woman used her documents to cover the man. When the man was able to stand on his own, at old age. I know some women will say they not go agree. Some women will say they will go to see. As the man was able to stand on his own, got all what he needed, this man dumped the woman at the age of over 65 years without nothing. The woman now is approaching, should be about 66 or 67. No child, no husband, nothing in Africa. She's now lonely and depressed. She's now abandoned at old age. What do you think? I will not blame the man. I am not blaming the man. I'm blaming the woman. Do you know why? That woman, she left her brain somewhere. She left her brain in Africa and came here without her brains. Don't tell me it is juju. It is not juju. Some women fall in love blindly. How can you allow yourself, at least have your own children? Even be able to read situations. Be able to read situations. Man, this man has his own children. What about mine? You are not building house together. You did not think about your old age. How are you going to spend your old age? Where are you going to spend your old age? You see, I've said this thing before. I've seen situations where many African women too. This was black man to black woman. I've seen where white men, I will tell you guys stories this morning. I've seen where white men told their wives or girlfriends that they don't want any child. And the black women were very happy. Not only white, they do it to their women. White men do it to white women too. They say they don't want children. Do you know why? They are running away from responsibilities. They don't want to pay alimony, child support. Some don't want to be burdened with child upbringing. They want to live. They want to live their lives. Well, at the end of the day, that woman now, she's turned to a drunkard. Who is she going to hold? Who is she going to hold responsible for her failures in life? Now she can no longer make babies. Her strength has failed her. She cannot go do IVF at the age of almost 70 years. It is not possible. It's not possible. So then, that was how the woman lost it. At this age, she's not going to get a husband anymore. She has no future with no man anymore. She has no future with no man. Use your brain now. There are some stories I would like to share with you. Don't allow anybody to use you. Even when you are in a relationship, whether you are a man or a woman, there are people roaming around like lions, looking for who to devour. Did you hear me? There are people, they are looking for who to use and dump. Imagine the years it took. That woman was left at the middle of the ocean, left at point of no return. It is finished for her. The only thing she can do now is lament and drink alcohol. She cannot bring back the hands of time. She cannot rewind the years wasted with this man. She cannot rewind the years. See, I tell you, any relationship you are in that is not bearing fruit, cut it off. There are some women useless their lives. There are some men useless their lives. You look at your present relationship now. If it is not yielding fruit, use your time now. Now that Sparky, I see you. Now that you still have time. Now that you still have time, make use of your time, because when you get old, regret will be your portion. When you get old, as a woman, no man, at least if that woman had her own children, she will use it to console herself. Now she will be cooking and drinking alcohol alone. Nobody, frustrated. Age is telling on her already. Let's go further with another real life story. This real life story, man, share and bring in more people so that everyone can learn. You know, when I tell my stories, I don't care who is listening. I say it the way it is so that both men and women will use it and learn something. Like and share this broadcast. If you are seeing me for the first time, follow me on, go subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. You that is watching me now, follow me on TikTok and also on Facebook. Here we go. This story is for you to learn. You as a woman and a man. It is a real life story, so keep tapping. Even if the person I'm telling the story is watching with fake accounts, I will not call name. I don't call country. I don't call town. I tell these stories for people to learn from it. In the 80s, A man from Africa, I'm not going to call the country, embarked on a journey to Europe with his wife that he married in Africa. Listen, in the 80s, late 80s, a man, I don't want to call the country, because if I mention the country, the people will know, roughly. People that are living in Vienna will know, or in Europe will know, roughly who I'm talking about. So this man embarked on a journey with his wife. They were very young then. He married a very beautiful lady, and the man was young then, in the 80s. When they arrived here, the man was schooling and doing part-time job. As time went by, they got children. I'm not going to mention how many children they got, because of I want to keep certain things private. As time progressed, they got children. Then, being a black woman in Europe, in Austria then, was like, you are a gold. Because then there were not many black women here. So any black woman in Europe here, in Austria then, was like a gold. Gold. White men were looking for black women because they have not seen it before. Yes. To them it's something new, something like, my God, black. Then when you are beautiful and slim, white men go for beautiful. If you are a slim woman and you look good, even if you don't look good but you are slim, they will not allow you to rest. White men, if they see a slim black woman, even a slim white woman, they will be chasing the person up and down. That's their way. These white men go after people's wives. The way African men go after people's wives, they do it too. So this man came from Africa with his beautiful wife. As time progressed, they got children. I'm not going to mention how many. Guess what? This woman began to roll with big dudes. She began to go to, big organizations. Began to mingle with big guys. The man was struggling, schooling. She was working too, contributing to the family. As time progressed, this woman began to date white men. And she rolled with big black men too. Wealthy black men too. So you know, there is no how a bird can fly in the sky without we humans, without us seeing the belly. Because so this woman began to date white men. What happened? News began to fly around. Some people hinted the husband, told the husband, see, this your woman is dating white men. The man said, the man was like, are you sure? The woman I brought from Africa is dating white men. So, the man made problem, called some African men to come settle the case. Very few men, close guys. The woman denied. The woman denied that she wasn't dating any man. This man laid ambush. Found out that the woman, this time the man did not create any scene, did not start calling or fighting. He closely monitored the woman, laid ambush, found out that the woman was dating white men, young white men. That was in the 80s, late 80s. When the man confirmed it to be truth, guess what the man did? The man hustled, saved money, purchased flight tickets for himself and the children. Listen attentively. The man did not confront the woman anymore. He quietly purchased flight tickets for himself and his children. Jen, I see you. Flight tickets to his home country. You see, some women don't respect their husbands when the man, Stella with me, good to see you. Some women don't respect their husbands when the man is still struggling to make it in life. They look down on you. Maybe, I don't know, do I say it was because of money aspects, or she looked down on the man, or the woman was just wanted to test white men? Yes, some women just want to test white men. They say they cannot only test black men, they want to test white men. Obi Kevin, I see you. So when the man discovered the wife was dating white men, when he confirmed it to be true, the man purchased flight tickets for himself and his children. Flight tickets to his home country in Africa. One day, Shinas, I see you. As the woman went to work, the man did not carry all these house properties. Already the man had, purchased the tickets, confirmed it. What he did was pack what he and the children needed, like the clothes and what can enter inside a box. He did not go to ship, like shipping things to Africa. The woman never expected it. One second, guys. I'm back. So, he did not start shipping the chairs, the television, the fridge, or anything. What the man did was, he left all those things. Just packed the things he needed inside the box and the tin, what the children needed. On the day of his flight, he went, it was the woman that took the children to kindergarten and primary school. On the day of the departure, the day the man left town, the woman, before she went to work, she took the children to kindergarten and to primary school. From there, she went to work. Listen, the man, that man is somebody else. So, the woman woke up in the morning, tidied the children up, dressed them, took them to kindergarten and primary and their schools, and went to work. As the woman did that, the man then went to the kindergarten, went to, they are both Africans, the same country. I don't call the country's name. What the man did was, I don't call tribe, I don't call country name, I don't call anything. The man went to the kindergarten, to the primary school. They will not refuse him from picking his children. He took the children from there to airport. The taxi was already waiting. Just rushed to the kindergarten, picked the children from there. All his bags, luggages were inside the boot. Took a taxi to the airport. Off they went. The woman came back. She met an empty home. She ran mad. Began to ask questions. She did not see husband. She did not see the children. The following day, the man rang her from Africa. The man called her from Africa. Shebi, you say you want men, you want blow men. Carry men, they go. But you came, both of us, set off. We started this journey. We came to Europe to come hustle, better our lives, and build a family. You came here, now Oyibo, you say you want carry. You say, now white men, now the thing where they hungry you. The man warned the woman, said, don't come close to my family compound. Don't come close to my village anymore in your life. Carry Oyibo, they go. Says, he said, no, Oyibo, you want carry. Say, carry Oyibo. Continue with your white men. He dashed them. Say, carry. Continue with your white men. Carry, they go. But I don't want to see you near my children or near my village again. If you come close to my village, anything you see, you take. The man was wise. He did not apply violence because he knew if he should apply violence here, he will end up for years in prison. He is going to end up years in prison. The man took his children home. The woman began to run helter-skelter. She was ashamed to tell the people what actually caused the breakup of the marriage. A lot of people who came later did not know what happened. Years later, as the man was in Africa, don't rule out anybody. That's why I tell you, don't underrate anybody because of the person's present situation or condition. Don't underrate any man or any woman. This man had confidence. He trusted himself. So he went back. Say he could not stand his wife going to dating white men. You know it. And then his document wasn't so strong. He had no citizenship, visa, one year visa then. The man went back home, began to hustle. So the man hustled. Things began to work for him in Africa. He sent the children back to Europe again to go study. After some years, he sent all the children to Europe. I'm not going to call the country. So when the woman heard that the children, she was, monitoring the events, sending spies to know what was going on. When she heard that the children are now in Europe, she started going to the school, at the end. Each time she went to visit the children in the school, the children, when they see her, they will turn back. They say, go back to your white man. That's what the children keep telling her. Go back to your white man. She did everything humanly possible to reunite or establish a good contact with the children. Each time she goes to the school, the children will say, go to your white man. The woman cried many times. She cried literally. That is, each time she cried many times that I witnessed the mistake she made. How the children never spoke. They never even gave her any chance to explain herself. The children are grown. The children should be in their 40s now. In their 40s now. I'm not talking about something that happened in the 80s. So the children should be about 40 years now, thereabouts. It's not something decent. So listen. What happened? You see, I tell these stories for you to learn. This woman eventually married the white man. She eventually married the white man. Began to live with the white man. Guess what? As she wasn't able to get the former children she gave birth to. You get it? Are you listening to me? As she wasn't able to get, have access to her biological children that she gave birth to with the African man, she started trying to make babies with the white man. Baby no gree come. She did everything humanly possible to have other children. She wasn't able to conceive. She wasn't able to get pregnant again. She struggled for years to have children with the Oyibo man, the Musungu man. Pikin no come, child no come. She spent years. One day, this is what made me to remember this story. One day, I was just outside. Who is this person that is calling my name? This person should not call my number. I was outside. I saw the lady. She's old. Couldn't walk anymore. Lonely. White man gone. No child. Nobody to help her. In fact, the day I saw her, I was even scared to go close to her. I'm telling you. You see, they say old age is full of regrets. In my language, they say, Akuna neba kwanwa no lanka. Akuna, now for old age, I shower they cry for picking for old age. I shower they cry for picking for old age. The things you do now, there are things you do now, you will not get the punishment or feel it until later on in life. Yes. You may come here and say, you may come here and be saying va 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 till it happens to you. This is Europe and there is nobody that's going to stand for you. You cannot even afford to pay for Fliege helpers, people that come to attend to you in your home. You cannot. How much are you getting as pension? Many of the old schools are now in pension. How much are you getting? 800 euro. How much is your rent? Do you have money to pay? Do you have money to pay for nurses to come and attend to you at home? How much is your pension? She has children, but she cannot access her children. She was married and she used her hand to spoil her marriage because of Oyibo. Don't, all that glitters are not good. And the wrong advisors. The people you roll with, there are bad influence. People that are bad influence. They are deceivers. You find them in men and women. Deceivers. So many men, that's why I tell you, be careful who you roll with, who you call a friend. There was a woman here. She came here. She told my wife, said, what are you doing with this man? Come, let's be going to embassies and cashing the big men. Say, you know, open eye. My wife told me, say in Africa, this is what she was doing. She will leave her children for 2-3 months and put head and be rolling town with men in the hotel. She came here. She came here, she told my wife, what are you doing with this man? You want to play, you are not behaving like a Yoruba woman. Say Yoruba women are not like this. Say they want to be going to OPEC, to embassies and be cashing diplomats that will be spending money on them. Bad influencers. Bad advisors. If you're not well grounded, they will deceive you. Where is the woman today? She's gone. The woman is gone. She died of, make I no talk. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. We are not perfect, but we learn here on this program. You may say, see, I don't want to suffer at old age. I don't want to make any mistake that will affect me. And this is why you are struggling now. You build your marriage, you build your children, you build everything. I don't want at old age to be lonely and depressed. When at old age you have, nobody has your back. Nobody has your back. You have nobody to call on. Nobody to call on. You were deceived. That's why I keep telling you. Before you accept somebody's advice, I can tell you about marriage now. Because I've been in it for close to 30 years now. Yes. So I can tell you how marriage works. Experience full. Somebody who is not married cannot give you an advice about marriage. Go watch my videos. I can tell you about racism because I've lived it. Yes, that's why you see I make videos about racism. What I witness every day. So many women you see here in abroad here were deceived by their girlfriends or boyfriends. When you see a man as a woman, a man is nice to you, knowing fully well that you're married. You are not a child, you know that this man is going somewhere. When he go bust, when that thing, you are hiding it from your husband, you are hiding everything. One day, that thing will burst. And when it bursts, don't forget you are a woman. If it bursts at old age, you go take your head, carry him. Yes. You are saying, this is Europe, this is Europe. Europe go clear you for eye. Sleep go belleful dead person. You see sleep. Sleep go belleful dead person. Now the proverb our elders they say, sleep, dead person, you go sleep tired. When it happens to you at old age, that man go abandon you. That man you use because of that, or because of him. Malcolm, I see you. That man you use because of him, they mistreat your husband. They talk to him anyhow. When Yawa go gas, when Yawa gas, Your eye go clear. Believe say Europe is all. Your eye go. At old age, at old age, that is when you will see what you did to yourself. No be now. Now your breast is still succulent. Your nyash still they shake. At old age, that is when you will see what you did to yourself. Stories plenty. Yes. You know the funny thing is, at the end of the day, those people will abandon you. Those men, they will abandon you. If you divorce with your husband, they will play eye service for some time. Say, nah, I no go fit carry this load. Let me share this broadcast. Let me drop one gist more, and then come back for politics later in the day. So share this broadcast. Let me drop one real life story again before I go look for what to eat. You guys are not sharing. I will end this broadcast so you know how I do it. If you don't want, I'm dropping real life stories for you. You know you're not sharing. You see, don't you see that I don't big. Don't you know already that I'm big? The page don't grow. God's last son, I appreciate you. This story now, I'm not going to call tribe. Listen to this story. This is a real life story. Story is plenty, but let me give you this one. A certain man from Africa. I'm not going to call things happening in this Europe. I'm not going to call the country. Because on this page are people from different tribes and countries, different race. A certain man married a woman from his own tribe in Africa. Brought the woman here. General, I appreciate you for the roses. Brought the woman here. This case to Vienna. Listen. You see, the man had the intention of, building a family, building a future with this woman. This woman was beautiful. Very beautiful woman. So, where they were living, man, I'm just rushing this gist. So as the man brought the wife, he went to Africa, married the woman, and brought the woman here. You know how it is in Europe. Every morning you go to work, to go hustle. You've got your bills to pay. You have your lights bills, your rent to pay, and you need to buy food. And you've got to impress your woman that newly came. So, each morning the man will go to work, to go hustle for money. You know what I mean? To go work and come back later in the day. 4 or 5 months down the line, after he brought the woman, guess what? I told you, late 80s and early 90s, black women were hot cake here in Austria. Any black, no matter anything, however you look like, white men were rushing black women like gold. Hot cake. So where the man was living, the man did not know that white men were destroying the wife. He did not know. You know, as a woman, women believe that white men keep their secrets. That's their belief. That if you do something with a white man, he will keep it secret for you. That black men gossips, that's their belief. So, each day man will go work. Some white men who admire. So white men have no secrets. This is what God's last. This is what black women believe. Let me give you this story. The story is plenty this morning, but I just want to give you this few. So, this man, each morning, man, if you are seeing me for the first time, don't forget to follow this page. Let's bring this page to 30,000 followers instantly. We can do it. Share, share to people, like, and then let's bring this page. What am I doing now? I cannot labor in vain. Also, you've got to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. TikTok, thank you so much. I just reached 21,000K. I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, we are on the road to 30,000K. Let's chase that. So, if you just joined us, you can rewatch this broadcast on my YouTube page account. It is permanently there. You can rewatch this on my YouTube account. All videos are saved there. You can always rewatch it. You can send it to anybody you want to send it to learn from it. So now, this man, somebody who brought a wife. This is why I tell you guys. Say, I should give something for the followers. I'm giving you something. I'm giving you gist now. I'm giving you gist. So now, you see analysis, long time. I've not seen you for a long time. I just saw her now. You see analysis, or I just saw him now. I've not seen you for a long time. So this man brought the wife from Africa. He meant well for the woman. So, Shina's on my Facebook is there. It's always there. I post to there. Only when I get another phone, I'll be broadcasting. Good morning to you, LC. I see you. So, when I get another phone, I will be broadcasting live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. But now I'm broadcasting live on TikTok and YouTube. Let me tell this story. So this man, each time he went to work, unknown to him that white men were hustling the woman. Are you getting the point? He did not know that the woman he brought from Africa had then started sleeping with white men. He did not know. You know how they work, how when the devil wants to punish you, a person. One day, the man went to work. They told him that he had overtime. He has too much overtime. That he has too much overtime. That he can go home. Work finished on time. He told the woman that he was coming back in the evening. As he went to work, 2 hours after he went to work, he decided to go back home. There wasn't a job for him to do. Guess what? This man went home. He went home, put his key. They were living in a garçonnière. You know what is a garçonnière? One-room apartment. They were just starting life. He just brought the woman. He put the key in the key lock, opened the door. Lo and behold, Musungu was just jamming the wife. The man quickly called the police. He did not, because you know how it goes here. This is not Africa, you start fighting. He quickly called the police. He stood his ground, said, police, come and see you. Under 5 minutes, police arrived to witness it. The rest is history. The man divorced the woman. The woman did not go back home. You say you go just finish. You cannot do it. If you do it, you end up in prison. You say you will fight them. No, don't do it. Many guys here in Vienna are in life imprisonment now. Some are serving 18 years. Story plenty. This is not Africa where you take laws into your hand. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life in jail because of a shower woman. See, listen. I know that many Africans don't prove. I've run a program here where I spoke about you proving yourself a man. You don't need to fight to prove that you are a man. That man has been here before that woman. I will tell you guys stories this afternoon. Don't fight the woman, you will lose the case. There is what is called Verletzung. Yes, there is what is called Verletzung. You injure the person, the case will be against you. You took laws into your hand. You have no right to fight. What you've got to do is to call the police. Let it now. Don't finish. This is not Africa where you perform jungle justice. Stories plenty. Yes, that woman has been sleeping with the Oyibo man, with the white man. That is, as soon as the man was unaware. You know, the man wasn't aware. So that day the man came, he was shocked to see white man on top of the wife. He rang the police. The police came, took notes, and he went for divorce. The lady is still here, but she's aged, old now. That the same lady, let me tell you the story now. I told you guys, I said, be careful who you marry as a wife. I don't want to use some words. A shower no be walk. A shower, there are people, you can take people out of Egypt, but you cannot take Egypt out of people. You see, let me tell you what happened later in future with this particular woman now. In this case, let me tell you, guys, share this broadcast. Let me tell you guys the gist now. So in this case, after the police came, they divorced. Already then, you know, the woman had her documents. They couldn't deport her or things like that. The woman continued to stay here. Along the line, one old school that I know began to befriend the woman. One old school that I roll with began to befriend the woman. This woman that the husband caught with Oyibo, Musungu. You know, she did not, she found her level, started working, hustling, you know, got her residence permits and things like that. Along the line, one guy went in relationship with her. I don't need to go deep so that people will not know who I'm talking about. This guy was in relationship with this woman for years. Listen, the guy told me, for over 12 years, No child. No child. So you know the guy was such a person. I heard that the guy is late now, but I don't know if actually somebody told me that the guy is late now. I don't know, or the guy later fell seriously sick. So this guy was such a person who liked to entertain friends. Every time, friends, you know, he was is somebody who liked to socialize. He called friends. Friends will come to his house. When I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about his tribe men. His tribe men. Every now and then they will gather in his house to eat and drink. The guy is somebody who loved drinking alcohol, calling friends weekends, and they'll be, you know, drinking and gisting. So this his woman, the woman that the ex-husband caught with a white person, every time she would say she is going to church. She was always having activities. Listen, she started creating activities every time she would say they have activity at the church or in the church. She will go to the church. The man that he was living with, supposed husband, trusted her. You know, believing that what her past life, that she has dropped her past life, you know, something like that. Sometimes the woman will say they have night vigil in the church. Night vigil in the church. She will go, come back the following day. The man will believe that she went to night vigil. Things like that continued. So, here in Europe, she was always looking for activity. Either she go to church or when they have churches, night vigil. Here in Europe, you know. Sometimes when you marry, I spoke yesterday, when you marry an easygoing man. So what happened? The guy did not know anything about the woman. Just that was what he knew. He never suspected anything about the woman. I'm talking about the same woman that the husband caught with a white man. The ex-husband. So, now, the guy was the person that told me this. Are you getting? The guy was the person that told me this. So when my wife had our last born, I went to the hospital to see her. You know, every time if your wife begat a baby, you always go there every day to spend the day there with them till they come home. They spend like 3 days, 4 days, and they go home. You know, things like that. So, when my wife begat our last born, I went to the hospital. So it happened that on this ebene, you know what we call it the same floor. We call it in Dutch, ebene 1, ebene 2, ebene 3, ebene 4. We were in ebene 15, you know, like floor number 15. I said, let me go outside to go buy something. I went to take the lift, the elevator to go down. I saw this guy now, who was married to this woman now. This woman that the husband chased away, they caught with another man. This guy took over after. I saw the guy, I said, boy, what are you doing here? He said that he was sick and they admitted him in the hospital. And so I said, I will come to Zima, that is his room, where he was admitted, you know. He said I should come, that he was, bored, he was lonely. So after attending to my wife and my son, I decided to go to his room. This guy began to tell me stories. Ah! This guy began to tell me stories. The guy said he just went to Africa. Do I know? I said, what about your woman? He said, if I see what's on his own. He began to tell me what's happened. He said one day he received a phone call from Africa. I said, phone call from Africa? I said, yes. What happened? He said, the family of the woman called him from Africa, said he should take the next available flight and come back home. The woman then went to Africa. He said what? They said the woman wasn't feeling fine. That the woman was like going mental, kind of. He said what? His woman going mental or what? That she went to see him. Luckily enough, the guy had some money on him. The guy bought tickets and flew down to Africa. Listen attentively. When the guy flew down to Africa, the guy went to the hospital where the woman was in. Can and Sugar, good to see you. Good day to you. It is already noon in Vienna. So the guy traveled to Africa to go see the woman, the wife, that was home then. So when he got to the hospital where the woman was staying, even before everybody, the woman said she had a confession to make on her own. She said she had a confession to make. The guy said, what? Which kind of confession? The woman, which kind of confession do you want to make? Baby, what's going on? Which kind of confession? The lady began to confess all the men she had been sleeping with. I'm telling you real life story. Things are happening. It happened that 4 of the guys that were sleeping with this guy's woman then was his friends that usually come to his house to drink and eat with him. He called the names. He told me these guys, and I know them all. His best friends that he ate and dined with, that usually come to his home, were the guys that were sleeping with his woman. The woman confessed, called all their names. I know all of them. That's why sometimes, man, if I'm telling you guys, I know why nobody comes to my house. I don't keep friends. His friends that he's eating and drinking with were the guys that were sleeping with his wife. The guy mentioned the names. Some of the guys you see on the street here, I know all of them. Some have relocated back to Africa. I know all of them. He told me their names. So, after, the guy was highly disappointed. The guy couldn't take it. When things they happen, things they happen. Things are happening. So, the guy said, man, he couldn't, already the lady did not give him any child. 12 years, no child. He was in relationship, he was doing anything. In 12 years, no child. Listen to this story and learn from it. 12 years he spent, either 11, he said 11 years, not 12 years. He has spent with that lady, no child. This guy said, Schluss, finito. He does not want anymore. He said, yes, it's true you confessed, but looking at it, you brought nothing to my life. You did not give me children. You did not. I was the person, the guy said he was the person that was, financing the whole thing. He said he looked the whole relation, the whole affair. That's why there are, if you find yourself in a dead relationship, remove yourself. If you find yourself in a dead relationship, remove yourself. So, the guy said, man, he did not announce his intention there in the hospital because he was gonna, if he do that, he will worsen the case. What the guy did was, the guy booked a flight. He took his return ticket and came back here. A hustler. The guy came back here. As he came back here, he packed all his belongings, went to another guy, a friend, and began to attach himself with another guy. The lady came back after then because the guy did not tell the lady his intentions. The lady came back, discovered that the man has left home. She was so mad. She fought everything to reconcile with the man. The guy said, the guy told me that one-on-one, he said never. This was after. He said no, he was not going to reconcile with such a woman. She did it with the first husband that brought her to Europe. And you see some things wrong in the blood. And she did it with the second man that took her for 11 years. She was still cheating on him, sleeping with the friends of the second husband that she got married to. So when she came here, she discovered that the guy has moved forward. The guy don't move forward. She tried everything to reconcile with the guy. The guy said a lie. The guy said never. Listen to this story now. Eventually, they separated. But the woman fought to reconcile with the guy. The guy told me, he was telling me everything. I spent the day listening to the story. This was around 2007. That was when this happened. The guy told me this story. That should be 2007, thereabouts. So eventually, this guy separated with the woman. People were laughing at that guy because the guy came here around 1991. Until then, from 1991 till 2007, he had no child. He struggled everything to make baby. He was not able to make baby. He did everything, no child. People laughed at him. So eventually, when the guy separated with this woman he caught sleeping with his friends, he wanted to go to Africa and cool off. Listen! He decided to go to Africa and cool off, cool his brain. So, after then, he booked a ticket, went to Africa to go cool off. As he went to Africa, he met a lady, just for fun, to hang out with. So this man did one, he had interaction with the lady while he was in Africa. He spent about 1 or 2 months, 2 months in Africa, according to him. Had interaction with the lady, came back here. 2-3 months after, the lady called him, said that she missed her period. The guy said, man, you are joking. Say, what are you talking? Stop. See if not joke, stop and go. The lady insisted, said she hasn't seen her period. that she met, that she was pregnant. The guy said, stop this joke. Because already the guy believed that he cannot pregnant any woman. The guy said, baby, are you telling me the truth? The lady said, please, say she's pregnant, and that pregnancy was for him. A man that has been with a woman, we are talking about a man that has been with a woman for 11 years. No bakatam, no child, nothing. The woman has never, missed her period for a day. Till they divorced. Now traveled to Africa and spent 2 months and had interaction with a woman. And the woman is calling him now that she is pregnant. The guy said, baby, are you sure of what you are saying? The lady said, nah, I carry belly. This guy booked flights again to Africa. Went to Africa. After some time, the woman was really pregnant. The woman was pregnant for real. The guy said, baby, you see, there is no protocols, no procedures. He said he was going to, he married, said, where you are papa, where you are mama, I'm going to carry out the traditional marriage rites. I'm going to marry you, baby. If you like, make you be bad woman, good woman, you carry belly for me, you are pregnant for me, I'm marrying you straight. The guy went, married that woman. If you see their marriage ceremony, I don't know to call name and this. He married the woman, say, what he has been looking for all his life. He just went. You see, that means that woman that he wasted 11 years with, that unfaithful woman that he wasted 11 years with, was a destiny destroyer. A destiny destroyer, kind of. It was when he left the woman that he met the woman that gave him children. So, eventually, he carried out the wedding ceremony, the traditional ceremony, and he married the woman. Came back here. The woman gave birth. So, after some time, somebody said he's been with a woman for 10 years and nothing has come out of that marriage. See, nothing has come out of that relation. You are with a woman for 10 years. Well, this is, we are going, Shukwe Bukandi, see you. We are going to run a program about this. 10 years, nothing. 10 years, nothing. Well, see, Shukwe Buka, I appreciate you. You need to go back and rewatch this broadcast because a lot of Shukwe Buka, I appreciate you. You need to go back and rewatch this broadcast on my YouTube channel from beginning to end. So many stories were told on this, in this video. You that said this thing, go back. I don't know when you joined us. Go back and listen to other people's stories. Real life stories. I did not, that your comment was filtered. I cannot read it. Go to my YouTube after this broadcast. Start from the beginning and rewatch this broadcast and you will listen to stories. So, the last time I saw the guy, man, my battery, 1 second. So, the last time I saw the guy, he said he has 4 children with the woman. But the guy refused. He said he was not going to bring the woman from Africa. He said that his wife is going to remain in Africa with the children, that he does not want to bring them here. I said, why? He said he does not want, because of his horrible experiences with women he met in Europe. He said he does not want to bring them here, the wife and the children. And the last time I saw the guy, he was so happy with his life. He said, man, he has 4 children now with that woman. Stories plenty that you can learn from. Stories plenty. Well, I don't call names, I don't call towns, I don't call villages, I don't call countries. Use this story to guide yourself. You see, when you waste time, there are people that come into your life to destroy you. Stoismando, I see you. The man that complained about 10 years, he's on TikTok. He's not on Oluwasegun. He's not on YouTube. He's commenting on TikTok. Well, we are going to run a program about these things. Stockman, I see you. You know, man, I've told many stories, plenty stories there, but we need to continue these stories in the evening. Plenty stories are there for you to learn. You know, I've not taken my breakfast before I came out. But if you are seeing me for the first time, follow this page and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is my backup page. Plenty stories there. Well, I want to end here. I want to end the broadcast here. We are going to continue later in the day. Today is Friday. There's not going to be any boring moment on this channel. There's not going to be. My YouTube channel is Uncle RODDY. You will see it. It is also here. If you go to my bio, I think bio is what they call it, on this on my page. Here on my page, TikTok page, you see YouTube channel. Press it. You will see it. Bank Book, I appreciate you. So you've been here listening to me. I appreciate you, Bank Book. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. So go to my bio. If you go to my TikTok, you will see YouTube. Press it. It will it will take you to my YouTube channel. Also, if you search for Uncle RODDY on YouTube, you know my face, you will see me. Subscribe. That's all you can do for me. That's it. That's a way of supporting me. There are so many people that have been supporting me. I appreciate everybody. My new followers, this is how we roll here. We tell real life stories that you can learn from. And if you're about making mistake, don't make mistake. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. If you are a woman and somebody see, there are some people you see in this life is devil. They are devil incarnates. They have a mission here on earth to deceive people. Don't allow yourself to be deceived by any friend, not even by your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. You know that's what is right for you. Do that thing that is right for you. Don't allow any friend to deceive you. Don't allow any sister, any brother to deceive you. When it happens, when Yawa gas, those people will abandon you with your problem. Say you are grooving, those people. Miracle. that is, we have cold and hot water. That's when you will know that. Well, man, I've delivered my message. Adnani, I see you. I think hope I pronounced the name very well. A lot of people are just joining now. Please, I want to end the broadcast. Go to my YouTube channel. In one gist, I want to relax. I want to take a break now and come back later in the evening. So many gists, so many gists. I want to take a break and come back later in the evening. This is Friday, so we are going to have our evening program. So stories plenty. I have it, many stories. No, I cannot sit for a long time. No, if I sit for a long time, my blood pressure goes up. So, guys, let me go take breakfast. Later in the evening, don't forget to give me a follow on TikTok and on YouTube. So, let me go take care of myself. I don't eat much. The weather is hot. I don't eat much. Now I don't even know what to eat. Maybe I'll boil yam. My wife will boil yam for me to eat. You see, we are on the road to 30,000 followers on TikTok. Determination, consistency, not giving up. Now ahead we dey go. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. Now ahead. Even I never knew that I can do this. 10 stories and people gather to watch and enjoy my broadcast. I never knew at the beginning. I'm a good storyteller, but like I said in one of my videos, at the beginning I was a kind of nervous, man. What are people going to say? What if I make mistake? But now, to hell with that mistake. What if my English is not correct? To hell with English. It's not my native language. What if people, I have so many people that love my program, like my program, love me, and they are all here. People that give me gifts, people that share and like and comment. 21,000 is not a joke. Plenty people. How many schools self you have in Africa? Is there any school that is up to 5,000? Okay, look at 21,000. It's much. I appreciate everybody. Yes. How many students do you have in a school? How many people do you have in a church? How many people are church members? We are moving on. See, believe in yourself. Even when you make mistake, it's part of. Thank you so much. Egos, I appreciate you. Even when you make that mistake, anybody that laugh at you is not part of your destiny. Let that person go. Make the mistake and keep pushing. You see me here. Today, now ahead we are moving. Some people came, hey, but see, people follow me every minute when they hear my message. Some people will come, hey, your English is this, you cannot do this, you are this, you are too old for this. Don't mind them all. I'm after fulfilling my destiny. Yes, one person unfollow, 100 people will follow. This is one thing I like about life. Not everybody will like you. Some people will come. What is this man talking? Some people are learning from the stories, gaining knowledge from this platform. Anybody that does not like you, allow that person to go. That person is not part of your destiny. Don't force the person. Don't force friendship. Don't force friendship. Anybody that doesn't agree your own, say anything you do, does not like it. Make the person they go. Make the person they go. See, one thing I like about this life. One thing I like about this, man no be God. Man is not God. One person hates you, or 10 person hates you. You will see 500 people that will like you. One person will try to bring you down, or two people will try to bring you down. You see 50 people that want to bring you, push you up, give you a helping hand. It all depends on you. It is only when you fail yourself, I tell you, victory or winning begins here. Begins here. There are always, to be honest, I make videos about racism. There are times you go outside, you see white people that are angels. So nice. Good people. There are good people and there are bad people. It is when you fall, when they push you down and you remain there, you don't want to get up. That's when you are finished. If you watch when I started this, I spoke about old schools in Vienna, people that are still at the same place after 34 years. They are still stagnated at a place, no forward movement. It is only when they push you down and you see, to survive in this life, to succeed, you need to be radical. You need to be determined. You need to be aggressive. You know, no greed. You survive. You saw the video I posted about the flower that grew from concrete. You saw the video I posted about the flower that grew from the concrete. It grew against all odds. From where that flower sprouted, it seemed impossible. Yes. You cannot always try a thing out. See, everything is, I believe it. Try it out. Don't conclude, say, nah, there's no way. Use me as a source of inspiration as you watch this. There are people that met me when I was at 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers. Sometimes as I run broadcasts, some people will come here and talk rubbish, comment rubbish. These are distractors. Distractions. I don't allow them to get to me. I don't allow these things to get to me. I keep marching. This is how it is in real life. Don't allow people to distract you. Keep moving. That's your dream. That's your goal. Concentrate on it. No matter, challenges will come. Anything you are pursuing in life, challenges will come. I keep saying it. Anything that any goal you are pursuing in life, that challenges will come. But you will overcome these challenges. Man, this is my internet. I don't know what's wrong with it. But that challenges, you are going to overcome it. As you watch me grow this page, you are going to grow in what you are doing. If you are consistent, if you don't give up, yes, if you keep pushing, one day there's going to be a way. See, if I carry hammer, you know hammer. If I take hammer and be hitting on this wall, now, you see this wall, maybe I will not make an opening today to the other room, but if I keep hammering on this wall, maybe after 3 months, 2 months, this wall will open. That is it. No matter how fortified it might be, if I keep troubling this wall, one day it will crack and it will open and I will get to the other side. That's the truth. If you keep pushing, you'll make way for yourself. Don't stand at a place. Guys, I want to say, this is the end of the broadcast. See you guys later.